right, get ready to dive deep because today we're tackling variable annuities.
We're talking about a way to potentially supercharge your retirement income.
And who doesn't love the sound of that?
Exactly. But like any tool, you gotta know how to use it. We're gonna break it all down.
So before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's start with the basics. What exactly is a variable annuity?
It's kind of like a retirement savings plan and an investment account all rolled into one.
Oh, interesting. So you get some security, but also a chance to see your money grow.
You got it. There's that potential for higher returns because you're tapping into the market.
Okay, that's where my ears perk up. Market linked, you say.
Yep. But with that comes some risk, of course.
So it's not just a set it and forget it kind of thing.
Not exactly. It's about finding that balance between risk and reward, and that's where things get strategic.
Gotcha. Now let's talk taxes. Everyone loves finding ways to keep more of their hard-earned cash, right? Where do the tax advantages fit into all of this?
Now you're talking my language. Tax-deferred growth is a big one.
Tax deferred. So that means,
It means your money is potentially compounding and growing without Uncle Sam taking a cut every year.
ooh, now that's what I'm talking about. So my money is working harder for me. Sign me up.
Well, not so fast. Remember, we talked about risk. Variable annuities are tied to those market-linked funds, which means the market can dip and swerve.
Right, right. What goes up can also come down.
But here's the thing about variable annuities. Many of them offer those guaranteed lifetime income options.
It's like having a safety net, right? Even if the market takes a tumble.
You've got it. It's about mitigating that risk while still allowing for the opportunity for those juicy returns.
Okay, so we've got potential for growth, tax advantages, and a safety net of guaranteed income. Anything else that makes variable annuities stand out?
You also have the death benefit.
Right, the death benefit.
Yeah.
Not the most cheerful topic, but an important one nonetheless. What's the significance there?
Peace of mind. It's there to help protect your loved ones if something unexpected happens.
So even if the market is down, your beneficiaries would be guaranteed a specific amount.
Exactly. It's about adding layers of security to your financial plan.
Okay, so we've established some serious advantages, but who are variable annuities really designed for?
That's the thing. It's not just for the super wealthy.
Really?
Nope. Variable annuities can be a great fit for everyday people who want to boost their retirement income.
So say you're diligently contributing to your 401k, but wouldn't mind some extra cushion for those golden years.
You're on the right track. It's all about building that financial peace of mind so you can truly enjoy retirement.
I like it. Any other groups who should have variable annuities on their radar?
High income earners. They can be particularly beneficial for tax-efficient wealth accumulation.
Ah, right, because of those tax advantages we talked about.
Exactly. Plus, you often have more flexibility in how much you can contribute compared to traditional retirement accounts.
So it could be a strategic move for those who've maxed out their other retirement savings options.
You've got it. It's all about being strategic.
Strategy is key, and we've only just scratched the surface of variable annuities.
There's so much more to explore.
And explore we will.
All right, so let's get down to the nuts and bolts of how variable annuities actually work. We're going to talk about sub-accounts.
Sub-accounts, huh? Sounds kind of mysterious, like something out of a spy movie.
Well, they're not that secretive, but they are a key part of the whole variable annuity engine. They're basically investment funds.
Investment funds. So they hold a bunch of different assets.
You got it, like stocks, bonds, that kind of thing. And how those investments perform, well, that directly affects your annuity's growth potential.
So it's like having this mini portfolio tucked inside your annuity.
Exactly. And here's where the variable part really comes into play. You get to choose which sub-accounts you want to invest in.
Ah, so I can customize it based on like my risk tolerance and how I want my money to grow.
You're catching on quick. You're not locked into a one-size-fits-all approach here.
That's what I like to hear. But I imagine this is where things could get a little overwhelming for some folks, right? I mean, how do you even begin to choose the right sub-accounts?
You're not wrong. There are a lot of options. That's why it's crucial, absolutely crucial, to have a qualified financial advisor in your corner.
Someone who can help you navigate all those choices and make sure you're making the right decisions for your specific situation.
Precisely. They'll look at your risk tolerance, your goals, the whole picture.
Because, yeah, you don't want to bite off more risk than you can chew, right?
Exactly. Speaking of things you don't want to bite off more than you can chew, let's talk fees.
Oh, yeah, fees. Those pesky little things.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a free lunch, right?
Unfortunately not, especially in the financial world. It's so important to understand the fees associated with any variable annuity before you jump in.
Okay, so what kind of fees are we talking about here?
Well, there are things like mortality and expense risk charges, administrative fees. You might see surrender charges too.
Surrender charges. Okay, that one sounds kind of intense. What are those all about?
They come into play if you need to take money out of your annuity early.
So it's like a penalty for early withdrawal.
You could say that. Variable annuities, they're really designed for the long game, for retirement.
So it's more like a fine wine that needs time to breathe, not a six-pack you grab on a whim.
That's a great way to put it. Patience is key here.
But with that patience, with that long-term approach, comes the potential for those market-beating returns we were talking about.
Exactly. It's a trade-off. But it's important to remember those returns aren't guaranteed.
Right. There's always risk involved.
And that's why we always emphasize the importance of diversification and working with a financial advisor who can help you manage those risks.
Okay, so we've talked about when variable annuities might be a good fit. But are there times when someone should maybe steer clear? When they're just not the right tool for the job?
That's a great question, and the answer is definitely yes.
Oh, okay. Lay it on me. When should those alarm bells start ringing?
Well, if you're close to retirement and you're going to need access to your money soon, a variable annuity might not be the best choice.
Because of those surrender charges.
Exactly. You don't want to get hit with a penalty right when you need your money the most.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So they're not the most liquid investment, especially in those early years.
Right. It's also crucial to consider your overall financial picture and how much risk you're comfortable with.
Because even though there's that safety net of guaranteed income, there's still the potential for fluctuations in the market, right?
Yep. And you have to be prepared to ride out those waves.
So it's really about knowing yourself, knowing your financial situation, and making sure a variable annuity aligns with your overall goal.
You got it. And that, my friend, is why having a trusted financial advisor on your team is absolutely invaluable.
They can be that voice of reason, that guiding hand, helping you navigate the ins and outs of variable annuities and making sure you're making the right decisions for your future.
Exactly. Sometimes the smartest financial move is knowing when to ask for help.
Couldn't agree more.
It's like having a co-pilot on your financial journey, someone who can help you read the map and make sure you're on course.
And avoid those financial turbulent zones. Speaking of expert guidance, we've covered a lot of ground today, but we both know that navigating the world of finance can feel like, well, navigating a jungle sometimes.
Absolutely. There are a lot of twists and turns. That's why it's so important to have a trusted guide.
Someone who knows the terrain and can help you find the best path forward. And you know what? We happen to know just the guide for the job.
We do.
We do. If you're looking for expert advice on variable annuities, or just want to get a second opinion on your overall financial plan, Helen Howe is your go-to. She's an experienced financial advisor and insurance specialist.
She's fantastic, really knows her stuff.
And she's ready to help you make those informed decisions about your financial well-being. You can reach Helen at 408-909-5865.
Don't hesitate to reach out. It's your financial future. You deserve to have the best guidance possible.
Absolutely. Well said. Well, folks, we've reached the surface of this deep dive into variable annuities. We've explored the potential benefits, we've talked about those risks, and hopefully you feel empowered to make informed decisions.
Remember, it's all about finding what works best for you, for your unique situation.
Your financial journey is your own. So keep asking those questions, keep learning, and until next time, keep diving deep.